Tonight is December the 11th, 2016, and I'm going to document something here tonight for the old ham radio operator that may be charmed by one of these old Collins R-390 receivers. This is the R-390, not the R-390A. I know there are some small differences there. I don't know what they are. I've had this one a week. I got it at an estate sale for 20 bucks. And I thought, well, I'm probably throwing my 20 bucks away. But I absolutely love this thing. The only thing that I need to enhance on it, as you can see from the front, is you can't read what's at the knobs unless you get up like really close. See the AGC, the limiter. It's made around 1960, and they just kind of faded together. But here's a question I have seen asked over and over and over because I searched for it. I searched for the answer. How do you make this thing mute? Well, the answer is you put this thing in right here. You put the brake in. If I can find it there. You put the brake in to on. And then from the rear, you ground this one right here that says brake in. Ground is right there. Just that simple. It's a no-brainer, right? Well, yeah, it's a no-brainer if it works. Well, it seems like a lot of people have a lot of problems with this, and I know why. I'm not going to show you in great detail by disassembling it and pointing out the relay and the positions and all that kind of stuff, but I will tell you this. You can get the manual off the internet, and it's relay K101 and K602 and CR801. The problem with this one was CR801, which is here it is right here. This goofy little, here, let me get it in the light so you can see it. This goofy little thing right here is some sort of a selenium rectifier bridge. It's bad. I was getting AC out of it instead of DC. So I replaced it with a modern day nice bridge that'll probably last 1,000 years. But anyway, that's a primary problem right there, is this thing has probably gone bad. I can't show you all of the relays in here, but I'm just going to tell you that if you're really seriously interested in fixing this thing, you'll replace this. You'll have to figure out how to take it apart. It's not a terrible big deal. And then you'll need to very lovingly and carefully clean the antenna relay, which is called K101. It's actually mentions it right here, K101. And you'll also have to lovingly clean relay K602, because they're probably just gummed up from the grease over the last 56, 7 or so years. And now it works. It actually works. I'll show you that it works. We got it in break-in. All we have to do to make it work. And there's some guys on the internet that tell you exactly how to do it, but they're assuming that everything is right. Listen to it. Hear the relay working? If it doesn't do that, then you're probably going to have to do exactly what I just showed you. That's the circuit. If that relay, if those two relays are clean and can physically operate, and I just cleaned them with contact cleaner, and if that bridge selenium rectifier is replaced, it'll work. Probably it'll work. Okay, now here's another thing that people seem to have a problem with. Let's tune this thing in. Let me show you how to tune it in, and it works. Okay, I've got this guy set to, if you can read that, 14.250. This is a nice little ICOM IC736. I got it into a big old bird dummy load down there, so I'm not doing anything to interfere with anybody. But you set it to 14.250, assuming your receiver is calibrated. It probably is if somebody hasn't messed it up. You set your receiver to 14.250, 14.250, there's a bit of what appears to be slop in here, but it's actually a vernier tuning right here. This is actually tuning, even though the dials aren't moving. It's going between 0 and 14.49 and 14.51. Anyway, I'm going to put this guy right here in CW mode, CW, transmit, and then okay, turn up the volume and listen to it. Well, actually, I've already got it set right on it, haven't I? Sorry for all the... Well, darn it. It gets complicated sometimes. It's actually not complicated, and that's what I'm actually trying to show is you can make this thing work pretty easy. I'm getting on a lead weight here to put on my key. Hold this thing down. But so that your transmit and receive frequency are the same. Now I know this is not for the ICOM, Yaesu, Kenwood, whatever users. Hear it? You set this thing to 50, and then with the vernier tuning here, I know this is a little crude for today's stuff, but this whole receiver is just magnificent. You'll love the sound of it. And then you zero beat it. Hear that? See, I'm going each side. Watch. A zero beat. And then, when I put my transceiver back in single sideband mode, and I pick it up and talk into it. Hello, testing 1, 2, 3, 4. Hello, testing 1, 2, 3, 4. This is WA4QGA. Testing into a dummy load. You see, it's not exactly 100% to the single hertz accurate, but it's there. You can understand them. That way you can transmit and receive on the same frequency, like if you're going to call CQ. You set your receiver and your transmitter to the same numerical frequency. You zero beat this, and there you go. It'll work. Yeah, this is a magnificent old receiver. It's every bit as sensitive as the little Tentec here and the ICOM. Now, I may get some controversy out of this, but this ICOM just sounds terrible to my ears. The little Tentec sounds really good. It's just got a tenor to it that pleases my ear, and I can actually understand the voices. And people tell me that it sounds very good. I drive it with a dynamic microphone, and I use a high impedance transformer down here. I don't remember what the Z is of it. High Z 50K, low Z 200 ohms. So I use a 250K ohm transformer into here with a microphone that has actually quite a good low frequency response, and because of the characteristics of the radio, it turns out to be really nice, and people love it. They really compliment it. This one right here, they tell me it's very tinny and high pitched because I'm using the original mic. Maybe if I could get a better mic. But then on the other hand, I've tried everything, including a what do you call it when you got the little knobs you slide up and down, an equalizer on this to try to make it sound good, and to my ears it just sounds bad. I don't like it. Sorry, ICOM lovers. But anyway, back to the old Collins thing. That's how you do it. Check the ones I've talked about. It'll work. Make these old things live again. They're a lot of fun. I mean, they're full of tubes and they're magnificent. These things are built like Rolls Royces back in 1960. So I hope this helps preserve and maintain the old Collins R-390s for some years to come. Thanks for watching.